Because I know some of you men just think about bullets banging into you. Tonight, we're going to bang a bullet bang into your heart, into your chest. That you can't shrug it off. They will come back and they'll curse you, they'll haunt you, and they'll prey upon you every single day when you go back on road to make you think that what bullets am I taking in my daily life? What am I doing with my life? What's my purpose in life? You think we create you out of vanity, no purpose, that you just walk around, brawl about on the streets? That's not how us Muslims should become. To begin to live a life like that, a thug lifestyle, what they talk about, the gangster lifestyle.
What's wrong with our society? You know, every time these things happen, you know what we blame? We blame society. We said it was society's fault. It's society. I said it's not society. Society doesn't force you to do things. Allah gives you and me a choice. Every time you do something, Allah gives you a choice. And it is up to you to do it or to leave it. When you pick up that cigarette and you put it in your mouth and you're about to drag it, has society said you better smoke? Society never said you should smoke. That is your choice. When you pick up a gun and you're about to shoot somebody, it's in your hands. What part of society tells you to shoot somebody? Allah gives you and me that choice.
There is a lot of pimps, man. Grow up, will you? Racketeering and prostitution. Filth, that's what you are. You're a scum, bruv. You're a scum. I wouldn't spit on your face. My saliva's worth more than that. You think you're a bad boy. That's how low you've become.
You know, you look at our lives. Who have we made our role model? Every other Tom, Dick and Harry we made our role models. The way they tell you to behave, this is how we behave. We spend more time watching X Factor than reading the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. They tell you, you know, wear high heels, you wear high heels. They tell you wear low heels, you wear low heels. They tell you wear baggies, you wear baggies. They tell you wear tights, you wear tights. They tell you the Palestinian scarf is in fashion, and then you start wearing the Palestinian scarf. Bro, it's the cause. They tell you, you know, wear your trousers halfway up your backside. You wear your trousers halfway up your backside. I mean, who wants to see the color of your chaddi anyway? No, seriously, have some self-respect. The Prophet ﷺ said, when your haya dies, fasnama shit, then you will do whatever you wish. You walk around with your jeans halfway down your backside, where's your haya gone? But you do what they tell you to do.
What are the haram things that most Muslim youth are doing that sometimes we begin to shy away from? The first thing that we find is alcohol. Has it not become unfortunately a common trend that Muslim youth, they drink alcohol, whatever the names may be, whiskey, brandy, rum, vodka, beers, whatever it may be. Common practice that Muslims get drunk, get legless, can't find their way home, abuse other Muslims while they're making their way home. At least some people used to drink in secrecy, drink in the privacy of their own homes. But now we find that people out in the open, behaving like disbelievers. But then some Muslims may say, well, you know, I don't drink alcohol. I take some substances. I smoke drugs. Tell me in the Quran, where Allah said in the Quran that cocaine, crack, smack, weed, skunk, marijuana, spliff, reefer, dope, white lady, coke, smoke, brown, Charlie, whatever name you want. People say to me, give it to me from the Quran and I'll give it up today in my life. Give me these words from the Quran, I'll give it up in my life. Because it doesn't exist in the Quran. That's what they're trying to say. Well, for your information, it does exist inside the Quran. The Quran mentions quite clearly, the verse that I mentioned, إِنَّمَا الْخَمَرِ. Khamar isn't alcohol. That's a loose translation. The meaning of khamr according to Sharia is ma ghab al-aql. Whatever intoxicates you in your language, whatever rushes you, stones you, buzzes you, trips you, makes you feel good, raises you, is haram. Full stop. The Sharia says that if it takes away your mind, it covers your mind, it shrouds your mind, takes away your senses, finish. End of story. Man wants to come to me and say to me, but Sheikh, you know, I don't take so much of this stuff. I only take a small spliff to keep me mellow like Bob Marley used to take weed, keep me controlled and focused. Weed don't do no man no harm. But it creates schizophrenia. That's what it does, split personality. But obviously this becomes common normal practice for us, because I'm a big daddy, isn't it? I'm a big daddy if I move the kilos, the keys, isn't it? I'm a big daddy, that's who I am. So don't pick up on with me. Like I said, the bullets I'm going to come with are different bullets. That's the bullets I'm going to come with. You're going to think about it for the rest of your life. So people who take drugs, they like to come and say, well, I only take small amounts to keep me mellow, keep me focused. I don't get stoned, so it must be halal for me. So they think we're some type of fools. That's what they think, to play games with us. Whatever stones you in large amounts becomes haram in small amounts. The Sharia doesn't look that for you, I drink balance of beer and then I get drunk, or I take a kilo of crack and then well, you won't get drunk, you'll probably doze out your mind. Hallucination, jumping off some building or something. Sharia doesn't say pick you and say you're free. The Sharia says whatever in large amount intoxicates you is forbidden in small amounts. Finish. Because the Sharia has maqasid, has purposes, 5 general purposes. To protect your mind, your body, your soul, your faith, your wealth, your honor, your dignity. Whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes something halal, look at it. It benefits your life, benefits your wealth, benefits your honor, benefits your dignity, benefits your religion, benefits your mind. Anything that's made haram in the Sharia, look what it does to you. Destroys your wealth, destroys your honor. Man taking heroin, lying on the floor like a dog, addicted to heroin, lying on the floor, picking up cigarette butts, chewing them because he's become a skaghead. That's how low our community's fallen down. When you see your own brothers falling on the floor, picking up small cigarette butts, begging from another Muslim to go get another wrap to inject themselves. A man wants to drive by in his flash car and think, yeah, I'm a big boy. When some people are serving these substances, there's a code of behavior. Never serve it up to another Muslim. Never ever in your life. Go down a long way. Go down a long way, but never ever get your own blood addicted to it. We've crossed over the rules. We've crossed over the boundary. Some of us, we think we're gangsters. Read about the gangster world. But obviously we turn and look at people like the Scarface. Muslim boys walking about with a picture of Scarface with a zoot in his mouth. But what was the end of this individual? What's the end of all these individuals begins to take place inside their life? We begin to praise them, look up to them. That this is my lifestyle. Live by the gun, die by the gun. That's what some of us we think, isn't it? The gangster rap culture as well. Listening to these people. Man walking with his trousers hanging below his bottom. Think he's Tupac Amaru Shakur. Amaru means what? The shining serpent. That shining serpent is where now? Wrapped round his mouth. All eyes on me now, isn't it, Tupac? I get around, isn't it? Damn hell you get around. Gunned down, 1996, 4 times in drive-by shooting. That's how some of us begin to think, isn't it? Listening to this, isn't it? All begins with people like NWA, niggas with an attitude, Public Enemy, Ice-T, Ice Cube, coming back with all these other artists that begin to exist. Muslims, they think they're black. At least a black man, a Jamaican Yardi, language man. He's grown up in that language. He speaks Yardi because he's a Yardi. Since when have you been a Yardi, tutting your teeth, growing dreads, wearing a Rasta vest? Since when? Since when's that been your culture? That's man's culture, that's his lifestyle. That's how he conducts himself. You ain't no Jamaican Yardi. And when you pick beef with Jamaican yard, you know what happens to you anyway. You get put in your place and you drive back to your streets round here, don't you? Don't travel out to Hanworth and deal with the situation, do you? Put your head down and drive back where you belong. Stay in your manner, you little boy. You ain't no bad boy if that's what you think. Because there's always going to be a badder boy than you out there. That's the reality. You're worried about your life. That's what you're worried about. The next man's going to gun me down. Why is next man going to gun you down? Because you jack this, he jack that. Jacking each other. Forget about Trident, black on black crime. We've got now Muslim on Muslim crime. Police investigating amongst ourselves. Turf wars about drugs taking place. There is a lot of pimps, man. Grow up with you. Racketeering and prostitution. Filth, that's what you are. You're a scum, bruv. You're a scum. I wouldn't spit on your face. My saliva's worth more than that. You think you're a bad boy. That's how low you've become. Racketeering these substances. Getting your own Muslim youth addicted to it. Remember this one message in your life. Don't forget about the next man out there searching for you, looking for you. Think about those people who got addicted to these substances. I don't often get up and pray at night. That's my downfall. But I tell you one thing. If I knew somebody in my family got offered drugs because of you, and I know who you are, I'll make sure I get up every single night and I'll curse you till the day I die. And that's what a lot of mothers are doing upon you every single night. Remember those words. Every day you've been trafficking drugs inside this community, there's a poor mother out there who gets up every single night and says, may that person die a dog's death, who got my son, my daughter addicted to this crack, this junk. So that curse, that gun, that bullet of that mother stays with you for the rest of your life. And likewise the other fahisha that we find. Some young brothers come and say, well, I don't drink, I don't take drugs, I don't traffic them.